Whether it's making contacts or finding an investor, small business owners need to get across their ideas professionally and strategically. Joining me today is Jess Hotfeld, president of Media Training Worldwide. He's here to give us some tips on how small business owners can communicate more effectively. What are the most important steps a small business person should make in getting the right message across?
They need to have great energy. They need to be enthusiastic about what they're talking about. If they're not excited about it, every prospect and every client they talk to won't be excited about it. You could practice.
So you would say practice in front of a video camera. That's what you do with your clients?
Yes, not in front of a mirror, in front of a video camera, because you can get out of your own body. And we say if you go out and you do a pitch to a prospect or a speech or any type of a presentation and you don't videotape it, it's like sending a document out without spell checking it.
Okay, so what's another step that we should take?
So, okay, energy, enthusiasm, how do you bring that through? Body language. Hands, using your hands. A lot of people think they don't use their hands. Everybody uses their hands, even when they don't think they do. When we videotape, we see it. Move your head, and obviously it has to coordinate with what you're saying and allow your body to move. As soon as you lock down and you say, I really have something interesting, I want you to invest $1 million in what I'm saying.
You look uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable, and I don't want to work with that. I don't want to give money to that person. I don't want to work with that person.
What are some things that we should actually say to get the right message across?
You're talking to your prospect and client, or client. What do they care about? What's that value proposition? Why do they care? You have to lead with that, with something that is a grabber that really gets them.
Don't people sometimes just get sick of getting sales pitches?
Well, the problem is people make the sales pitches sound like sales pitches. And, you know, the ABCs of selling are always be closing. So you always have to be selling, but you could do it in a relaxed and formal way.
Now, say you're in the middle of a sales presentation or an investment briefing. How do you know it's not working, and what do you do to shift gears?
Well, here's the mistake where people don't know it's not working. Instead of you and I are looking into each other's eyes, I can get a sense if you're smiling or if you're zoning out and sitting back looking at the crew saying, this is awful. People need to look into everybody's eyes and move around.
So if they look bored, how do you shift gears?
Start talking to them. Guess what? You're not talking to a TV audience where you're looking at a camera and people are at home. There's no fourth wall. Guess what? You can ask a question. You could say, is this something that you think would be of value to your people? Guess what? You now are inside the head of that person. If they say, honestly, you know what? I don't think I see that value. Oh, now you need to switch gears, and you know how you should switch gears.
So maybe get it just a little more personal.
You can go up to them. You can ask questions. You could be engaging them. Guess what? People think that if they're giving a formal presentation, it means that they have to stand a certain way, they need to turn their back, they need to read bullet points off a PowerPoint. No. There's no such thing as a formal presentation or an informal presentation. There are only two types of presentations, interesting and boring.
Jess Hotfeld, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.